So when the pandemic hit, restaurants were really forced to make a lot of changes just in order to survive. Many learned how to package up their food for takeout. And now an Applebee's in Texas is going to add a drive-through window to their restaurant. They say if people like it, more drive-through windows may be added to other Applebee's.
Shake Shack is planning to open its first drive-throughs this year. Chipotle and Starbucks have already started adding drive-throughs.
Yeah.
And this is not a bad idea. I know if people have children, if they have families, the convenience might be worth it, right?
Right, for sure. And just to make it clear, we think about the drive-through windows. You don't go up and order at the window at the Applebee's. It's not like McDonald's or like Burger King. This is where you would go up in advance and you'd pick it up at this drive-through window. So it's really not all that different from what we've gotten used to with the curbside.
Yeah, and I think at this day and time, restaurants are trying to adapt with restrictions on how many people can eat inside. So they're getting creative, looking for ways to maximize those profits in a time that everyone is trying to do more with less.
Right, because you think about it, they have found that these could be more efficient. They could actually maybe drive more people to business, people that said, you know what, I don't want to go out tonight, but I don't really want to cook. So maybe this is just an easy way to do this. Restaurants, they've seen their drive-through business up 26% in the pandemic. And Shayla, I wonder if post-pandemic, you'll still see people saying, I don't want to go to the restaurant there, but I do want to pick up. I want to eat from the comfort of my own home.
And I think you probably will, because more and more people are paying for convenience. And as they adapt to different work models, some people are adapting to the working from home model. Maybe they are willing to continue some of these things once life resumes to some sense of normalcy.
Right.
You'll probably see some of these things stick around because it's so easy if you have an app on your phone and you're busy to just pull it out and maybe place that order or anything that can cut down on your time.
Exactly. And we've already started to see, even before the pandemic, we started to see a lot of these restaurants move from not sort of full dining service to a lot of counter service. Obviously, the popularity of this idea of the fast casual, the Chipotles, the Paneras of the world. So it may be that people were already sort of starting to go that way. But what's interesting here is Applebee's isn't 100% jumping in. They say, look, we're going to do a trial and we're going to see how it works there. And then if it goes okay, then we'll start to put it in, because you have to think about the cost that it would do to make these drive-in windows, the staff, all of that.
And it's really adapting their business model, because if they've always operated with people coming inside, having that dine-in experience, this is really a change of their model, and they want to make sure they get it right.
Right, exactly. It'll just be so interesting to see how many of the changes that we made during the pandemic will stick around in the post afterwards.
And for the first time in 37 years, you've come to appreciate those commercials during the Super Bowl. Budweiser is saying they're not going to do it this year. The company has decided to use that money for COVID-19 vaccine awareness and education throughout the year. Coke, Hyundai, and Pepsi have also said they're not going to have Super Bowl ads because of the financial uncertainty brought on by the pandemic.
Riley, my frogs, my Clydesdales, my puppies.
Right, I know.
Puppies.
Right, it's kind of the thing. When I was reading this, and they made the decision to do it, I was kind of like, well, everything, so much has changed. I mean, I get the point where they're doing this for sure, but yeah, you're gonna miss those ads. I think that's part of why you watch the Super Bowl, or at least many people. Of course, you want to see the game too, but or the halftime, whatever you want to do. But I mean, the commercials make up a good part of it.
I agree. That's one of the favorite parts, and the Clydesdales, always exciting to see what they do with that commercial. So always something that gives you the feels.
Right, exactly. Budweiser has said, though, look, no, we're going to put our money towards programs that help promote vaccine awareness. So whether or not it is ads, whether or not it's programs that talk about vaccine awareness, they said it would be a multi-million-dollar commitment. They didn't say how much multi-million-dollar commitment is, but think about this. The cost of one commercial is $5.5 million. So already you're at a multi-million-dollar commitment there.
Right.
And companies are just being more cautious about how and where they spend their dollars these days.
They are, right.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, the planning for the Super Bowl for the ads there, for making the ads, for deciding if you're going to put money towards those ads, that was happening months ago.
Right.
And months ago, we didn't know what life was going to be like in the beginning of February. Was it going to be terrible? Was it going to be awful? Were you supposed to have something humorous? Were you supposed to have something really somber? And companies just probably said, I can't make that decision right now in October or November.
Right.
And that makes perfect sense.
Yep.
With the pandemic, we're navigating so many firsts and so many unknowns. And with these commercials, like you said, lots and lots of planning goes into making each one memorable. And when you don't know the mood, what to expect, it's hard to know if you're going to strike the right tone.
Right. Right.
Yeah, the Vroom, DoorDash obviously very popular during the pandemic. Those will be first timers that will be entering this Super Bowl ad space. The other thing you have to think about too is these are alcohol companies, a Budweiser an alcohol company, and you have to know, you have to remember and understand the alcohol companies, one of their biggest partners in this whole space are restaurants.
Right.
And restaurants have been hit so hard. So that's another reason just to say, hey, we're going to put our money elsewhere just for now.
Yeah, that was exactly kind of what I was thinking too about that, too. I mean, perfect point of what you're saying there. So many restaurants have even closed, so it's kind of a hit. And so I think that they're taking that into consideration too.
Yeah. All righty. So, Riley, look at that. Weather Watcher is blue.